Hi guys, I'm Amy. I feel guided to come on and do a reading messages from a passed on loved one. So I'm going to be using multiple decks today. We're going to be using the Soul Tarot, the Healing Waters Oracle, the Spiritual Meaning of Birds, and the Talking to Heaven with the books. And then I have other decks I'll be using as well, but I'm going to get started with these 4 decks. So the first message I'm going to pull is going to be from the Talking to Heaven deck. So Spirit, please show me what message this collective needs to hear today from their passed on loved one. Anything else, Spirit? Any other messages today for this collective? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we're going to start with I was met by so many loving people. I was met by so many loving people. I want to put your mind at rest. I did not die alone. None of us ever comes into the earth world or ever enters into heaven alone. I was met by all of our loving relatives, friends, and even souls I did not expect. I was greeted so beautifully by my magnificent angels, teachers, and spirit guides who gently escorted me into my colorful heavenly life. It is also splendid and so real. I cannot express to you the amount of love I was welcomed with. It feels so natural to be loved. I think I forgot that when I was living on the earth. When I came here, it was a wonderful reunion. It is a place where you see the best in everyone, and they also show you the best in yourself. It is indeed heaven. Okay, the next card, I have a new understanding. Okay, ironically, I understand life so much better now that I'm not physically alive. Of course, my soul, like yours and everyone else's, is very much alive. In fact, I've learned that nothing can harm our souls because they are God's handiwork. Oh, sure, our emotions and our psyches can get wounded, but those are still part of the human ego, so they can be healed with the right understanding. Basically, I've learned to have complete compassion for myself, for everyone, and for the process of life. I wasted so much time judging myself and others, and I held back because of insecurities that had no foundation. Now I see that there's nothing to fear at all because nothing bad can ever happen to you at a soul level. So please learn from my experiences. Live your life with gusto and joy. Okay, now we have my mind is free. You know how much I worried when I was in my physical existence. It seemed as if I spent most of my days and nights feeling anxious about the future, family, money, and the earth. Now I realize that most of what I worried about was never a reality, and those things that did materialize. Come on, book. Let me turn the page. There we go. I brought about myself because fear attracts negativity. If I could only go back into my body for 5 minutes, I'd apply this new knowledge to show you how a worry-free mind creates and attracts a worry-free life. This knowledge has completely released me from the bondage of earthly concerns. This is my greatest lesson and one that I hope to impart to you. Give all your worries to heaven and never hang on to them. Be free of worries, and you found the greatest riches of them all. Okay, and then finally, my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. As souls, we do not feel physical death. I remember that within the blink of an eye, I was outside my body looking down at it. I immediately felt an intense sense of happiness and peace. It was indescribable, yet I wanted to tell everyone. I was also able to see the thoughts you created and carried with you in your mind. We are pure energy vibrations of light. Please know that your thoughts of guilt and worry block our light. They don't serve either of us well and create unnecessary debris. Know that I am happy and that a soul can never be harmed. Okay, now I'm going to pull from the spiritual meaning of birds. Stuck there. Okay, what other messages does this collective need to see and hear from their passed on loved one today, Spirit? Or what bird is being sent to the collective from their loved one? Okay, so we had a couple come out. We have Gall, adaptability, balance, caution. This one seems to be coming out a lot lately. Okay, so the Gall, page 69. Perhaps you're a Cancer like me. You don't have to be. Okay, but the sideways 69 is a symbol of the Cancer. That's why I said that. Okay, adaptability, balance, caution. The gull, colloquially known as the seagull, is an adaptable scavenger. Are you using your resources to their utmost potential? Should you be thinking outside the box more? Think about the juxtaposition between the seagull's association with freedom and the perception of the bird as a nuisance. If you see the seagull as a pest, try to see beyond that to the freedom it represents. If you see it as a symbol of liberty, remember that it has baser associations. The gull reminds us that everything has a flip side. Gull is the root of the word gullible. Therefore, the gull may also have appeared to caution you against becoming someone's gull. Take everything with a grain of salt and think carefully about what you accept as truth. And then we have grackle, aggression, determination, illusion. Okay. A grackle is a sign to examine how you've been behaving toward other people. Have you been taking advantage of them? Think too about how noisy you've been. Have you been chattering on and not really putting your money where your mouth is? Sometimes, though, we need to be loud and aggressive to survive, to get what we need in order to accomplish what must be done. In this case, the grackle can symbolize gritty determination and dedication. The grackle's iridescent plumage can be associated with illusion and the capability of dazzling or redirecting people. You have to concentrate to see past the shiny reflection into the grackle's darkness. In this way, the grackle can represent spiritual self-examination. So perhaps that is what you are doing right now. Okay, now I'm going to pull from the Soul Tarot. What else do we need to see in here, Spirit? At this time, what else do we need to see in here? Anything else? Ooh, nice. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. I will take both of them. Okay, so the Queen of Cups came out first. Oh, my camera got dark. What is up with see that. There we go. That's so weird. Okay, so we're going to start with the Queen of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups is a call to journey back to ourselves and to reconnect with our heart and soul, often in a space of solitude. When considering the medicine of Queen of Cups, we can look to the myth of the Selkie, a being who is half human, half seal. Queen of Cups is a cry from our seal selves, a signal that we must take space in order to get closer to this primary, intimate, beautiful aspect of ourselves. Queen of Cups can be worked with in only a spare hour of time, or by taking weeks or months away to dive into oneself. Whatever's most accessible for you will do perfectly. No matter how you do it, you'll want to put that proverbial sealskin on and dive into the waves of your own well-being when this card shows up. Okay, and now the Four of Wands. Okay, Four of Wands is an invitation. To deeply partake in joy for joy's sake. It is a call to see play and delight as a refuge that restores our soul. Reach for what feels delicious and restorative as an act of deep self-tending and nourishment for the spirit. Okay, so self-care is definitely on the menu for whoever this reading is meant for. Okay, now I'm going to pull from the Healing Waters. And there's a Selkie card in here as well, and I'm wondering if it's going to come out. So, Spirit, what other messages does this collective need to see in here? What other messages are there for this collective? Okay, we got birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? Water is intelligent, and where there's water, there's life. We are water beings. We travel from the watery world of the Great Mother to be born into this world. Our first breath marking the transition from water to air. We all grew from a single cell into a form in the waters of the amniotic sac of the Great Mother, and from there, the same intelligence has been guiding us every step of the way. It's the same force that tells flowers when to bloom and the planet to spin. You're a creative being living in a creative world. This is a planet of creativity and manifestation. Creativity is your natural state. What are you being called to create? Creativity isn't only for certain people, it's within us all. What would you like to create? Don't squeeze the hose, loosen your grip, and call the intelligent waters to flow through you every step of the way. Then follow it up with consistent action. Embodied creativity happens when we have a vision and act on that vision. Every idea in the world is pointless without this consistent action. Stay true to what you're being called to create and show up to it day after day after day. Soul inquiry. What would you like to create? How can you show up to that creation with consistency? And it would be something different for everybody. For me, I create these tarot videos, and it's very, very therapeutic for me doing this, you know? Okay, what other messages does the collective past on loved one have for them at this time, Spirit? What other messages from the past on loved one? Okay, whenever you talk to us, it never goes unheard. We hear every single word. This is your confirmation we are assisting you, guiding you, and ensuring your wishes finally come to fruition. Be patient, everything will come together for you. Okay, remember they said they were met by so many loving people, so if you're wondering who the we are on that card, that's who it is. I'm going to pull from the Shamanic Healing deck now. What else do we need to focus on at this time, Spirit? What is it we should be focusing on at this time? Okay, so we've got feminine energy. Very nice. So you're being guided to work on your feminine energy. I don't chase, I attract. I know my value. I don't accept less than I deserve. Okay, very beautiful. I love this. And then we have 27, stripping illusions. Okay, feminine energy was 17. Number 17, number 27 could be relevant to you. So perhaps you're stripping illusions away about feminine, exactly what feminine energy is. And so now I'm being guided. I'm going to actually give a description of feminine energy, divine feminine energy. Okay, okay, that's being, I don't want that talking while I'm reading it. Divine feminine energy is the universal sacred life force of receptivity, intuition, nurturing, and creativity. Present in all people, regardless of gender, it balances the active, goal-oriented doing of masculine energy with the peaceful power of being, promoting rest, emotional intelligence, and self-compassion. So this is the energy that you are being guided to work on right now. Okay? Now I'm going to pull from the Light Workers Oracle. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So we got called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. So I feel that you're being guided to step up to your soul purpose. And then the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Absolutely beautiful. A moving prayer of gratitude. Always be grateful for everything that you have. Okay, now I'm going to pull from the Soul Oracle here. What other messages do we need at this time, Spirit? What other soul messages do we need at this time? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, I got 3 that came out. What else could this mean? There are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at the situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Today's soul action. Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment, or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? And then I got, what am I most afraid of losing? As we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was to make room for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if what if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? Today's soul action, name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you're going. Today's mantra: I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, and we have, am I in my head or in my heart? What is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Today's soul action. Today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video, do some tapping, read an empowering book, or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and your dreams. I absolutely love that. Okay, I'm going to pull a chakra card now. Okay, what else is it we need to see and hear, Spirit? Okay, thank you. So we have acceptance coming out. I accept every step that life presents me without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus, I advance in freedom on the path of light. I love this. Okay, we've got elevation. I free myself from fear and trust the universe. I direct my thoughts to the beauty inside and around me. I use my spiritual strengths and knowledge to create light, and I rise above all doubt. Beautiful. These here. And then transformation. I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Life ensures I'm presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and open my wings to the light. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to pull a positive affirmation for us for the day, and then I will close this reading out. Okay, we got two of them today. So the road to success is not always easy, but it's worth it. Keep pushing forward. And everything happens at perfect timing. Be patient and trust the process while you work toward what you want. Okay, I love this. I'm going to leave this reading here. I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.